Have you ever stopped to think about why, even though you try hard, there never seems to be any money left at the end of the month? Or why some people seem to save money so easily, while others, like many of us, feel like there's never quite enough? The reason might be something many people overlook: money being spent quietly without us noticing. Today, inspired by the wisdom of Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors, I'm going to show you 16 things that can drain your money for no good reason. Buffett is known for living simply and sharing smart lessons about not wasting money, and many of these ideas come from the way he thinks about spending. You might be surprised to find out where your money is going. Just imagine how things could change if you stopped spending on these things and used that money for something really important instead. How much better could your financial life become? It might feel tricky at the beginning, but we'll take it step by step and keep things simple. Each small change makes a difference, and by the end of this, you'll be closer to managing your money with care and wisdom, just like someone who built great wealth by being thoughtful and patient. Leave a comment sharing a way you already save money, or something new you'd like to try to make your finances better. Maybe your idea can guide someone else, or your question might be just what another person needs answered. When we share what we've been through, we all grow stronger together. Have you ever really thought about where your money goes by the end of the month? For a lot of people, the problem isn't how much they make, but how they use what they have. Little costs, hidden charges, and small purchases that don't seem important at the time can slowly add up. Over time, these small leaks can quietly keep you from building the safe and steady financial life you want. Most of the time, success with money comes from noticing these quiet expenses and stopping them before they grow into something bigger. But to do that, there's something even more important. You need to know why you're saving. When you have a clear reason, every small saving becomes more meaningful. It could be that you want to enjoy a peaceful retirement, take the trip you've always dreamed of, or just feel more secure and free with your money. No matter what your reason is, when you know your goal, it's easier to make better choices and feel excited about them. There's a simple idea that can help guide you. It says that real beauty lies in keeping life simple. These words, often linked to Leonardo da Vinci, teach us that living with fewer things and not wasting money on stuff we don't need can actually lead to a richer, more meaningful life. When you stop spending on things that don't matter and focus on what does, you'll discover that you need far less than you once thought. And that kind of simplicity brings a kind of freedom that no expensive object can match. So before we explore the 16 ways you might be losing money without noticing, take a moment to ask yourself, what is my goal? If you haven't thought about it yet, now is a great time, because every dollar you save should help move you closer to that goal. And when you have that goal in mind, cutting back won't feel like giving something up. It will feel like setting yourself free. Now, let's begin. Item 1. Buying too much that goes bad. Buying big packs of things can look like a smart idea, especially when the price for each item is lower. It feels like you're saving money by getting a lot at once. But have you ever asked yourself if you'll really use everything before it spoils or goes bad? A lot of the time, we bring home more than we actually need. In the end, some of it gets tossed out, turning what seemed like a good deal into wasted money. For instance, maybe you bought a large bag of dried fruits thinking it would last a long time, but it ends up forgotten in the back of the cupboard. When you finally check, it's no longer good to eat. This kind of thing happens a lot more than people think. To avoid this problem, try to plan your shopping based on what you'll really use. If your kitchen space is small or you don't have much room to store food, it's best to think carefully before buying huge packages. In many cases, buying less actually helps you save more. In the US alone, It's estimated that around 30% to 40% of food is wasted each year. That adds up to billions of dollars lost. Being more mindful with how much you buy can really help your budget. Item 2. Buying things without planning stores are really good at getting people to spend more money than they wanted to. The music, the way the lights shine, and the way the items are arranged are all meant to make shopping feel exciting. Even the shopping carts in big stores like Walmart and Target are made large on purpose. It makes you feel like you need to fill them up. Have you ever gone to a store just to get one thing and ended up leaving with a bag full of stuff you didn't plan to buy? Maybe it was a snack on sale or a fun t-shirt that caught your eye. These surprise purchases can seem small, but they add up quickly and can mess up your budget. The best way to avoid this is simple. Write down what you need before going to the store and then make sure you only get those things. It may sound easy, but sticking to a list can really help. Also, set a spending limit before you leave home and try not to go past it. Another helpful tip is not to shop when you're feeling hungry or very tired, because it's harder to make smart choices during those times. Next time you go shopping, bring a clear list of what you need and see how much better it makes your spending habits. Your future self and your wallet will be happy you did. Item 3. Expensive glasses with fancy names. Lots of people think that glasses with a famous logo must be better than the cheaper ones. They believe that paying more means they're getting the best quality. But that's not always true. What many people don't realize is that a lot of the top brand glasses are actually made by the same company. So, what you're really paying extra for is the brand name, not better lenses or stronger frames. The truth is, good quality glasses can be found at smaller shops or on special websites. These places often offer prices that match the quality of the product, not just a fancy logo. You can often get great glasses at a lower price without giving up good vision or comfort. Next time you need a new pair of glasses, take time to compare prices and explore different stores. You may be surprised to find that some of the best choices are the ones without the big name. And always remember, when you make wise money decisions today, you're setting yourself up to see clearly into a brighter future. Item 4. Lottery tickets. Buying lottery tickets might feel like a fun way to imagine a better life. Many people dream of winning a huge prize with just one ticket. But the truth is, the chance of actually winning is incredibly small. For example, winning the Powerball is about 1 in 292 million. That means you're more likely to be struck by lightning, something that happens far more often. When people spend money on lottery tickets week after week, they may not notice how much it adds up. It may seem like just a few dollars, but over time, it could become a lot of money lost. Instead of hoping to get lucky, you could put that same money into something that truly helps you grow your savings. Putting it into a savings account that earns interest or into a low-risk investment might not sound as exciting, but it's a much smarter and safer way to reach your goals. Over time, this money can grow and work for you without needing luck. Item 5. Bank and credit card fees. Many people lose money each year without realizing it because of bank and credit card fees. These small charges, like monthly account fees, high interest, or fees for using certain ATMs, slowly eat away at your savings. It's easy to overlook them because they don't seem big at first, but over a full year, they can make a noticeable difference. For example, in just 1 year, people in the US paid over $14 billion in late fees on credit cards. That doesn't even include the interest that grows if you don't pay your full balance. Some banks also charge monthly fees just to keep an account open, even when other banks offer the same service for free. The good news is, you can avoid most of these costs. Many online banks offer accounts without fees and will even pay you back for ATM charges. As for credit cards, the best way to avoid extra charges is to pay the full amount on time every month. Take a few minutes to check your accounts and cards. If you're paying fees, see if there's a better option. What seems like a small fix now could help you save a lot over the year. Item 6. Expensive name brand medicine. When we're not feeling well, we want to use the best medicine. And many people believe that the more expensive, well-known brands must work better. But in most cases, that's not true. Both name brand and generic medications have the same ingredients and work the same way. The biggest difference is usually just the price. Sometimes, a name brand pill might cost twice as much, or even more, than the generic version, even though they do the exact same thing. So what are you really paying for? Just the name and the fancy packaging. A helpful habit is to always ask your doctor or the person at the pharmacy if there's a generic version of what you need. Most of the time, there is. Choosing the more affordable version can help you save money without affecting your health in any way. Item 7. Expensive drinks at restaurants. Ordering a drink with your meal at a restaurant can seem like no big deal. But did you know that these drinks often cost much more than they're worth? A simple soda that costs the restaurant just a few cents might show up as $4 or $5 on your receipt. If you order a glass of wine or another alcoholic drink, the price could be even higher. Some restaurants raise the price of drinks by over 10 times their cost. Without noticing, you could be spending a lot more than expected just because of a drink. A simple way to cut this cost is to choose water instead. Water is usually free, and it's also better for your health. If you really enjoy a special drink now and then, it can be much cheaper to have it at home during a relaxed moment. A small change like this can help you keep more money in your pocket while still enjoying your meal. Item 8. Clothes and accessories. You don't really think about how many times you've bought clothes or accessories just because they were on sale or seemed like they might come in handy someday. But then they just sat in your closet, never worn. This is a very common way people end up wasting money. When you buy something you only sort of like and not something you truly enjoy wearing, it often ends up forgotten and unused. Spending money on items that don't make you feel good isn't worth it. A helpful trick is to use the love it or leave it rule. If you try something on and don't feel excited to wear it right away, it's better not to buy it. It's also smart to focus more on getting fewer things that are better made, instead of buying lots of items that you won't use. Having a smaller collection of clothes you truly love and wear often is better than a full closet of things that stay untouched. So next time you shop, pause for a moment and ask yourself, do I really love this? If the answer is no, it's probably best to put it back. Doing this helps you save money and keep your space less cluttered. Item 9. Subscriptions. You don't use these days. It's easy to sign up for all kinds of subscriptions, from video streaming to online magazines. But sometimes we forget we even have them. Maybe there's a music app or a game you don't use anymore, or a website that keeps charging your card every month. These small charges might not seem like much at first, but they can build up fast. One study found that many people don't even notice one or more subscriptions they keep paying for. On average, this can add up to about $240 each year. Imagine what else you could do with that money. Save it, invest it, or spend it on something you truly enjoy. The good news is, this is easy to fix. Take a few minutes to look at your credit card or bank statement. Check if you're still using everything you're paying for. If not, cancel the ones that aren't useful anymore. Doing this can open up extra room in your budget without much effort. Item 10. Paying for Wi-Fi at hotels. Sometimes, when you stay at a hotel, they ask you to pay for Wi-Fi. This can still happen even at fancy places, and the cost might be between $10 and $20 a day. It might not seem like a lot, but over several days it adds up, and you're paying for something that many people now expect to be free. But here's a simple way to avoid this fee. Lots of hotel chains offer free internet to guests who join their loyalty programs. And joining these programs usually doesn't cost anything. It just takes a few minutes to sign up online. Big hotel brands like Hilton or Marriott have programs that let you enjoy free Wi-Fi just by becoming a member, even if you've never stayed with them before. So, before you agree to pay for internet on your next trip, ask if the hotel has a free loyalty program. This tiny step can help you save money and may also come with extra perks like future discounts. Item 11. Traveling. During busy times, traveling is one of life's best adventures, but it can get really expensive if you go at the wrong time. One of the most common ways people spend too much is by booking flights and hotels during the busiest times of the year. These are the periods when everyone wants to travel, like during holidays, school breaks, or long weekends, and prices go way up. If you've ever looked for last-minute tickets or rooms during these times, you've probably seen how much more expensive everything is. A hotel room that normally costs $150 per night can jump to $300 or more, and airline tickets can double in price. These high costs can take a big bite out of your travel money, but if you plan early or choose dates when fewer people are traveling, you'll find better prices and a more relaxing experience. It also helps to be flexible with your travel plans. Just a small change in the date can lead to big savings and a quieter trip with fewer crowds. Item 12. International roaming charges. When you travel to another country and use your phone without preparing first, you might come home to a very high phone bill. Using your regular phone plan in a different country is called international roaming, and it can be very expensive. Even simple things like checking your email or using maps can cost a lot if you don't have a special plan. Luckily, avoiding this problem is pretty easy. These days, you can use an eSIM, which is a digital way to add a local plan to your phone without needing a tiny chip. Another option is to buy a local SIM card once you arrive in the new country. Both choices are usually much cheaper than using your phone the regular way when you're traveling. Before your next trip, take some time to see what your phone company offers for international use, or look into using an eSIM or a local SIM. Doing this can save you a lot of money and help you avoid a surprise bill when you get back home. Item 13. Big cars that don't match your life. Buying a big car might sound like a great idea. It gives you lots of space, feels safe, and can be very comfortable. But for many people, especially those who live in cities or don't have a big family, a large car may not be the best choice. Bigger cars often cost more to fuel, fix, and insure. If you don't need that much room every day, you could be spending a lot of money for something you don't really use. A large SUV, for example, uses more gas and can be more expensive to take care of. It can also be harder to drive and park in busy places. Before buying a car, think about your daily needs. If you mostly use your car to go to work or run errands, a smaller car or even a hybrid might work better for you. Smaller cars often cost less to run and take care of, which means you can keep more money in your savings. Item 14. Expensive fees in investment funds. When people invest their money, they sometimes don't notice the extra costs that come with it. Many investment funds charge fees to manage your money, and these fees can quietly take away a big part of your profits over time. Some funds promise to earn more money for you, but they also charge higher fees. Even if the fund makes a profit, a lot of that gain can be lost because of the fees. For example, a small difference of just 1% in fees might not seem important now, but after 20 or 30 years, it can mean losing thousands of dollars. This is a slow and quiet way your money can shrink without you realizing it. A good way to avoid this is to look into index funds. These are special types of funds that follow big groups of companies, like the S&P 500, and they don't charge as much in fees. They also do quite well over time, even without the higher costs. Taking time to check your investments and switch to funds with lower fees can help your money grow better in the long run. Item 15. Expensive souvenirs. Traveling is a special and exciting experience, and it's very common to want to bring back something to remember it by. But sometimes people buy big and costly souvenirs that seem nice in the moment, but end up forgotten at home. These items might sit on a shelf or stay in a box without being used or even looked at. Besides taking up space, they can be a waste of money that could have been used for something more helpful or meaningful. Large items like statues or paintings may look interesting at first, but once you're back, they might not fit in your home or match your style. A better idea is to choose small souvenirs that have real meaning or are useful. Things like magnets or keychains are simple, easy to carry, and can still remind you of your trip every time you see them. Next time you travel, try to think carefully before buying something expensive. Pick something that you'll enjoy often without spending too much. Item 16. Giving gifts to people who don't value them. Giving gifts is a kind way to show someone you care, but sometimes it can end up feeling disappointing. That happens when the person who receives the gift doesn't truly value it. Maybe they don't use it, or maybe they just don't seem to care. This can make you feel sad, especially if you spent a lot of time and money choosing it. It also means your money didn't bring much joy. What really matters in a gift is not the price, but how well it fits the person and what they love. Before buying something expensive, it helps to think about what really makes that person happy. Sometimes, instead of a present, the person might prefer to spend time with you, share a fun moment, or get a thoughtful letter. Try to learn what makes your loved ones feel special. If giving an object doesn't make them happy, maybe planning a day together or having a deep talk will mean much more. Giving from the heart is always more powerful than filling someone's room with more things. Final message. Now that you've read all these examples, you've seen how little money habits, things we don't always notice, can slowly take away from your savings. But the good news is that now you know how to avoid those mistakes. These tips, inspired by smart advice from Warren Buffett, are not just for saving small amounts. They help build a strong future. So what will you do with this new knowledge? Will you keep spending without thinking, or will you begin making better choices and take control of your money? The cash you stop wasting today could be the very start of your journey towards saving more and building a life where you feel secure and free. If you want to learn even more about handling money and building wealth, let us know, and we can make a part 2 with more helpful tips. Leave a comment if you'd like that. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so you can keep learning how to make smarter choices with your money. Your brighter financial future can start right now with small steps that make a big difference.